What did I say? NFTs are going to be the flavor of the month. NF this, NF that. Mark Cuban, Lindsay Lohan, Soulja Boy, and even What's a Beeple. They are minting themselves or art pieces as NFTs on the blockchain, an internet astral plane revenue stream like never before. They are the early adopters in their influencer cohort, and those watching my channel, you are too. So let's adopt these NFTs like kitties, because it's time for Chico Crypto. The celebrity hype is strong, thus NFTs haven't seen popularity like this in history. Pulling out the Google trend chart for each search term, NFT, NFTs, and non-fungible token, each one is going parabolic in global search interest. Nothing has been able to keep the hype up like NFTs with a straight up parabolic shot up. That hasn't peaked yet. DeFi peaked and is calming down. So has Ethereum interest, and the same goes with Bitcoin. Even with NFT parabolia, the situation right now, if you know about them right now, you are early. The majority of NFT infrastructure is built on Ethereum. Going to BitInfo charts and the number of active Ethereum addresses, we are still under 1 million, actually still under 750K. Just by being involved with Ethereum, you're early, but not all those addresses are involved with NFTs yet. How many are? Well, nonfungible.com recently put out their 2020 NFT yearly report, and they estimated just over 222,000 wallets have interacted with an NFT smart contract. So only 30% of Ethereum users have interacted with an NFT, and then based on buyers and sellers from that document too, added together, only about 100K. So only about 13% of wallets have dove into the world of NFT auctioning or trading. We are early. Are you one of the less than 222,000 users who have either minted, bought, or sold an NFT? Well, if you are, guess what? There is a plan to grow that number to 1 billion by the year 2025. And guess who retweeted the plan? None other than Mark Cuban. He retweeted the DeFi Alliance, and it's a fund with a plan to grow the number of DeFi users to 1 billion by the year 2025. Wait, DeFi isn't NFTs. Well, diving into their actual plan, it says the fund is designed to be a collaborative and distribute capital broadly across the DeFi startup ecosystem and adjacent industries, such as NFTs. So yes, NFTs are involved with this, and looking at the players involved, big names. Big name investors including Cuban, protocols like 0x, Kyber, Blockstack, and more. Crypto institutional names across industry. And finally, big names in founders and individuals, like Kane Warwick of Synthetics and Joe Lubin of Consensus. I think with those names, it's highly possible to reach that 1 billion number. That is why finding the NFT stars right now could be so critical. But sifting through the hundreds of thousands of NFTs created by the users is going to be a super difficult mission to identify the valuable NFTs. Yeah, great artists like Beeple, those should hold their value. But a crypto YouTuber who might leave in the next bear market, those NFTs based on them could become worthless in the blink of an eye. Thus, personally, I'm not looking to purchase a majority of the actual NFTs. You need to research the protocol they are building them on. You need to research the artist or the person. Are they going to be one of the ones that hold their value long term? That's a lot of research that Chico doesn't want to do. I'll leave that up to the NFT and art professionals. And there are many of those types making a lot of money off of this. But Chico is a fundamentalist and looks for infrastructure. How are these NFTs going to be traded or integrated with DeFi to hold their value? This is what we are looking for. The trading of NFTs happens right now through marketplaces, base level infrastructure that has gained mass amounts of popularity, especially lately. And OpenSea is the largest NFT marketplace, growing each day. And I hope those who watch this channel have interacted with it, as OpenSea is tokenless to this day. But OpenSea as of now is just a P2P marketplace for NFT buying and selling. They connect a buyer and a seller. There is no trading per se with liquidity pools and DeFi yet. I'm sure you guys remember @Vasa developed from last week. He was creating a cross-asset NFT swapper for NFTX, which would use NFTX's indexes and NFT20's liquidity pools in some form for the swapping. Well, @Vasa tweeted this last week about it, adding a new integration with OpenSea to cross-asset swap. If you have an NFT and you want to exchange it for an NFT which is on sale on OpenSea, you would be able to do the whole exchange in a single transaction. Yeah, that is freaking bullish for NFTX and NFT20. Integration into OpenSea? And then if you remember, Devin Finzer, co-founder of the Sea, he tweeted about the infrastructure just a couple weeks ago, specifically NFT20, who is Nifty Museum on Twitter. And then Sir Vasa tweeted this just yesterday. Almost there, big eyes, trying my best to deploy this week. And a picture of the test code, included in FTX and NFT20. Infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. That could be integrated into the largest marketplace, ready to deploy possibly this week? I don't think any other NFT head would be able to find something like this. But Chico isn't going to stop there. We always like to find the big stuff, NFT financial big, even before it's big, even before it's a token. But before we get into that, it's time for a sponsored segment of this video supported by the Octo friends at Octo Finance. Like always, the full details of our agreement can be found in the description. So what is OctoFi? Well, going to octo.fi, it's their all-in-one DeFi platform. It's a DeFi hub where you can do everything in one place. Buy crypto with fiat, and even crypto to gift cards and back with a partnership through Bitrefill. And guess what? Commission through that partnership is 1%. Who gets it? The Octo holders. But that's not it. They allow crypto to crypto swapping too. Of course, the platform connects directly to Uniswap, but they also have the Swaptopus, which, as we can see, similar to Uniswap, you put the token you want to trade out of, per example Ethereum, and then the token you want, per example DAI, and then the Swaptopus does its work. The tentacles go out looking across 32 exchanges for the best rate, and then it gives you the options sorted by the best rates, which you can do the instant exchange for it right through the D app. 32 exchanges now, but that list will grow. Chico found an alpha leak from a Johnny Catsville. He said there are also some whispers that a Crostopus update is coming soon. A special leak from the Octo Kitchen, cooked by the team for you, with a picture, and it seems more swappers cross-chain will be integrated. DeFi swapping aggregation, Octo has that on lock, but they also allow the ability for spot, market, and margin trading in-app if you're used to that type of asset trading or you're feeling lucky with margin. But understand the risks and user beware. But the big one I'd like to focus on is their invest section. They have liquidity pools you can invest in without leaving their application. As we can see from the big names, Uniswap, Balancer, Curve, and Yearn. But also within Invest, they have the token sets and DeFi loans you can do within app. But also the big one for this episode, non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Yes, OctoFi has their own NFT marketplace within their app, where the fees for the trading of those NFTs go to the Octo holders. Everything in DApp does. But I just want to go to this tweet from Youngest Finance, who is a community lead for Octo. He tweeted about them, but specifically hashtagged NFT, and said, "Hold your breath in the open sea. Welcome to the tentacle." Yes, OctoFi soon will aggregate many available NFT markets and provide the tools to analyze price history, transactions, and the ability to buy and sell directly in application. Going to Octo holder benefits for each thing within their application, we can see NFT is about 2.5%. Why is that? 2.5%. Well, that is partner commission from OpenSea going directly to Octo holders. The final thing I want to cover within their awesome DeFi app is the governance. They allow that within the tools, and they aggregate governance options for hundreds of projects. So you can do the governance within app too. But in relation to governance, Guess what hit the scenes last week? The Octagon Council elections, they began, where they're finding 8 people who could help fulfill the Octo Vision, voted on by the community. And oh hey, look who is there, looking for votes, one of my favorite tubers, Crypto Daily. So if you want to get your own tentacles deep into DeFi, Octo is the community-owned aggregator firing on all cylinders. And of course, links for the application are below. Now let's finish up the episode with that NFT financial infrastructure tool that doesn't have a token yet. That is NFTFi. Going to their website, NFTFi.com, we can see they are a simple marketplace for NFT collateralized loans. Users can put their NFTs up as collateral, and then other users can offer them a loan in crypto. As we can see in the lending category, many NFTs, and offering a loan on them is simple. Another user offers them the loan value in Ethereum or DAI, the repayment value, and the duration. They offer this to the NFT user, who can accept it to receive crypto in return for their NFTs. Yes, this is big NFT financial infrastructure that Chico is noticing, and others are too. Just last week, the team put out a significant Medium post titled "We Are Funded," in which they raised $890K from leading people in the NFT space, including from the CEO of Dapper Labs, NBA Top Shot, and Crypto Kittens. And then, just 2 days ago, NFTFi tweeted this: "Will we eventually be able to use Nifty Gateway and NBA Top Shot Flow NFTs as collateral? Oh yes, big time." Damn, Chico, why you gotta be so big time? Well, back to their Medium post about being funded. They spoke of a token, a governance one. The team said, governance token. From the start, we wanted to make NFTFi a community-owned and operated platform. The governance token is the first step on that journey. We will share more information on this over the coming weeks and months. Make sure you sign up to our newsletter to get the latest updates. Weeks to months. So in weeks, I would say we will be hearing news about how they will be doing this. And I predict users who are using the platform might be included in a possible airdrop, especially the early users. Then in months, the token comes and this one will be big. Sorry if that isn't enough instant gratification for you. There's always what I talked about earlier. Cheers, I'll see you next time.